And to the latest on COVID now, many testing sites are back open and they're busy after the holiday weekend. Some places across the country saw lines a mile long today. And here at home in Northeast Wisconsin, the demand for COVID tests is high as well. Tonight, NBC 26's Valerie Juarez caught up with health officials to see how things played out in Green Bay and Appleton following the holiday weekend.
The increase in demand is at all of our testing locations.
It's the Monday following Christmas, and suddenly some of the most popular places across Northeast Wisconsin are COVID-19 testing sites.
Our drive-through testing site here in Green Bay being the most popular or requested site. We also are receiving a lot of phone calls through our COVID hotline and into our clinics of patients asking where they can get in as soon as possible.
Jill Spetchker with Bellin Health says 50% of their appointments were pre-booked, with requests that came in throughout the weekend. The rest of them were from phone calls they received today.
With the demand, our access is not as great as we would love it to be. So it may take about a day or so to get in if you weren't able to get an appointment today. But we are working as hard as we can to increase access to make sure anyone who wants a test can get it.
And just a few miles away in Appleton, the owner at RX Link Pharmacy says they had people lining up all morning to get tested.
Well, coming out right after the holiday, coming out of the block this morning, we were quite busy. So people were coming in and they're requesting tests. Some of them are kind of huge families, because they feel that they wanted to get tested. And so this morning we're quite busy.
So who all are the people waiting in line to get tested?
We're seeing a smattering of testing either for travel, or they need to get back to college, or they've been exposed, or now they have symptoms.
In the meantime, officials say the take-home COVID tests are also good to have a peace of mind. However, experts say they may not always be accurate, so it's important you follow the instructions correctly on how to administer the test. Valerie Juarez, NBC 26.
And health experts have expressed concerns about a possible COVID surge after the holidays. And last year, 2020, Wisconsin did see a spike, but a brief one. Last year, the 7-day average of new cases on December 25th, Christmas, was a little more than 1,800. That number quickly went up and peaked on January 8th at nearly 3,000 new cases per day. There were also brief jumps in average numbers of deaths and hospitalizations. But the good news is that by February 1st, that holiday surge was already gone, and the 7-day average was significantly lower than what it was back on Christmas 2020. Now, there are a lot of factors at play there. This year does look a little different, for better and for worse. Many more people in Wisconsin are vaccinated. 61% of people have received at least one dose of the vaccine. However, experts say Omicron spreads faster than the original strain of COVID and the Delta variant of the virus. Overall, experts do believe COVID cases are going to rise in the weeks to come. And today, the state reported that the average number of new cases per day currently sits at just over 3,300. Remember, our pandemic peak in Wisconsin was more than 6,000 per day on average. The total number of cases statewide on the right-hand side of your screen there does continue to crawl closer to 1 million overall statewide during the entire pandemic.